Oh God, I'm going to say it.
Yep, say it. I know what you're about to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please forgive her for what she's about to say.
I'm so sorry, but I eat... Welcome to the Love and Comedy Podcast, where two stand-up comedians talk pursuing stand-up comedy while pursuing love, hosted by two stand-up comedians who happen to be married to each other. I'm one of those people. My name is Aurora Singh.
And I'm Drew Schaefer. And this is, if you're watching the video, this is our mascot. This is
We have our special guest today, Lucy, our Chihuahua Terrier mix, who decided to sit on the table.
Yep. That's a choice. So we're gonna let her make that choice because we're good parents. We're doing the gentle parenting style. And yeah, let's see what this episode brings. So today we're going to be discussing some listener questions. So like we say at the end of every episode, we want your questions. So please send them our way. And we're going to answer a couple of them today about being on the road because we both have some recent road experiences and some upcoming road experiences we want to talk about.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get started.
So before we get started and start answering some of these questions, what are some recent road experiences you have or some upcoming road experiences you have?
Okay, so I just started doing colleges this year. I did my first two in Buffalo, New York. I've never been to Buffalo. Wait, have I? Oh yeah, we went to Buffalo.
We went to Niagara Falls. Yeah.
But it was really cool because I got this opportunity from APGA, which is an incredible organization that, you know, showcases talent to help them get into that college market. They have like musicians, magicians, speakers, dancers, comedians. They have everyone, all different psychics even, showcasing their talent. And I picked up an agent from Too Funny. I signed with Too Funny Entertainment.
Nice.
Shout out to Chris.
Mm-hmm. And
he represents me for colleges and cruises. And I really wanted an agent because I didn't want to do paperwork.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. And it felt really cool to like go out there as a talent, like travel, make good money, like good income, and then work with the college kids. The only thing about college performances is that they're just not, at least the ones that I did 2 back-to-back, they're just not normal comedy shows.
No.
Yeah. So like a normal comedy show, you know, lights are off. People are eating food at the minimum, and
some drinks.
There's some drinks.
Like it's
like a vibe. Like there's music, you know, and then you have a host come out and they like pump everyone up. And, you know, if you're showcasing, you do your showcase or you feature for a headline or whatever. And it just creates an environment. And colleges, they do their best, and it's so sweet because the kids are so supportive, but it's just not the same environment. So yeah, it just basically like created obstacles for me that were just, you know, fun to work with. And like I said, the kids are so supportive and they're so excited that a comedian's there. It still made it a lot of fun.
Good.
I was really nervous because I didn't want to disappoint the school. I didn't want to disappoint my agent. But I think we all had a good time and I got good feedback.
Good.
And I got to go up to Niagara Falls and I went to the Canada side. Super easy to cross the border, by the way. If anyone was wondering, it's just like, welcome to Canada. And when I was coming back into the United States, I was like, I felt like I was voluntarily like turning myself into jail.
They were like, you're a prisoner. You are guilty until proven innocent. Why are you here?
Yeah, no, literally. It was like, I walk into Canada, state your business. I'm just going to walk around the falls for a couple hours. Cool. Have a great day.
Yeah.
I walk back into America. First off, you have to pay.
What? You have to pay?
You have to pay to cross the bridge to come back. Yeah, there's a walking toll to come back into the United States.
That is insane. I never knew that.
Yeah. So first off, terrible intro, right?
Yeah.
Like, no matter who you are, a citizen or not, you pay. So I had to pay. I didn't have money. Thank God there was a man who is an American, had American money.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you have change for a $5? He's like, just take the $1. I was like, thank you, sir. So shout out to that guy for letting me back into the country.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So so you have to pay $1. You go back in. I'm like, cool, that's it. I go in to do the passport thing. On the Canada side, you walk in, you walk straight up to the glass, you give them your passport.
Yeah.
The America side, you have to walk in, and then they shut you and lock you into this glass cage.
Wow.
And there's a big red light. And if you try and touch the door handle, which I did, someone yells over, like, not even over intercom, just yells from the other side, "Don't touch the door until it turns green!" And I was like, oh my God. It's not even over an intercom. Intercom, I understand. Someone's watching. They shouted over the intercom. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
They're shouting from like the booth in which they are sitting to check passports on the other side. It is chaos. There is one family ahead of me. This place is not packed. People are not rushing to get back to the United States.
Yeah.
Obviously. Right? So I walk in. The light turns green. I walk in. No greeting. No smile. No state your business. Citizen? Yeah, citizen. She just puts her hand out. And I give her my passport. As I'm giving her my passport, she goes, "Passport!" Like impatiently. Yeah. I was like, whoa. She was like, "Where do you live?" I said, "California." She goes, "Why are you over here?" I was like, oh my God, it's Niagara Falls. Is this like a weird place to be? Like it was so, oh, by the way, everyone had guns.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Every person I saw in customs had a gun.
Yeah.
Like visibly.
Yeah, Border Patrol,
I was like, God, I've been through customs. I didn't realize how harsh it is over here.
Yeah.
But I literally felt like, and she was like, okay, down the hall. No welcome home.
Mm-hmm.
No welcome back. No, hey, what's up? We're from the same country.
Yeah.
It was just like, I'm annoyed that you came back. You had a chance to leave. You should have ran, bitch. That's how I felt.
They're like, why'd you come back? That's suspicious that you didn't just start a new life with
a Canadian man or
universal
something.
health care. Yeah.
Yeah, what was I? Yeah, I
They're
felt
like, you're coming back. You have ill intent. There's no way.
I never had to turn myself in to jail, but I'm assuming that's what it would be like.
Yeah.
It was just, I felt all of my rights immediately stripped from my body.
Wow.
Like, literally, that's what it was like. It was terrifying.
Wow. And what do you have?
Road stories.
Yeah, what do you have coming up?
I just booked my first cruise line. Woo!
Woo! What is it? Disney cruise?
No, I'm not that. I'm not a Disney princess yet.
Soon.
But it is Norwegian Cruise Lines. It is in October 14th through the 21st from Seattle to Alaska and back. So if you guys want to come on, it's the Bliss Boat.
The Bliss Boat?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
The Bliss Boat. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Cool.
That's like my next big thing, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm doing one more college in November, but I'm not 100% sure.
Hey, that's the job.
Yeah, okay, what about you?
So I just got done with a little miniature Southwest run. So I drove down to Phoenix and did the World Series of Comedy there. And I came in second. Yay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I performed at another comedy club there. And the owner was just like, yeah, you're like, anytime you're in town, please let me know. I'd love to have you back. So a lot of fun shows there. And then I drove up to Salt Lake City from there.
By the way, I think you're absolutely insane for doing all this driving from Sacramento. You stayed in Palm Springs.
Yeah, Sacramento to Palm Springs, 8 hours. Palm Springs to Phoenix, 5.5 hours. Phoenix to Salt Lake City, 10 hours, 11 hours maybe. And then Salt Lake City back here ended up being like almost a 12-hour day because there was a giant accident that shut down I-80 for like an hour and a half.
And you did this all alone. It's
all alone. Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's fun for me. Like, I don't know. I like love listening to my music. There was even a point where I turned off the music and just like let the road noise be my soundtrack. And it was just like,
I've been there. Yeah.
It was in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. I love my home state, but it's boring. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, good shows everywhere I went. The people were really cool. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. And then upcoming road trips, nothing major yet. We do have our first Pacific Northwest run coming up. In a long time, like 6 months from now.
We do in December.
Yeah, in December, yeah. That'll be fun.
But I might have to cancel it.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Aurora's got so much big stuff happening.
Yeah, I have a call back tomorrow for something big that I can't discuss right now.
Yeah.
And also, I might not get it.
Yeah, how awkward would it be if you found out that you didn't get it before?
It wouldn't be awkward, actually. I'm just very honored to have a call back.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's an
really,
incredible opportunity.
If I get it, great. If I don't, I still got a call back, and like I'm meeting the casting people, so it's like whatever. I have a good attitude about it.
Yeah, so this might be the last episode of the Love and Comedy podcast.
No.
We'll end the podcast.
It would potentially get in the way of that Pacific Northwest tour.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. I think the biggest thing about my trip was somebody who follows me on TikTok messaged me and was like, hey, if you're ever around Phoenix, let me know. Or if you're ever in Arizona. And I was like, oh, Phoenix is the only city in Arizona. So I let him know. I was like, hey, I'll be in Phoenix. And then he came and I was like, oh, cool. What are you, like 30 minutes away from here? Like, are you in like downtown Phoenix? Like, he's like, no, I live in Tucson. It's like 2 hours away. I was like,
you were like, Arizona's that big?
Wow. You drove 2 hours?
That's really cool.
So it's cool that, I'm driving all this distance, but now I'm having fans who are like, yeah, I'll drive too. And like, he was like, yeah, it was just like a fun trip. Me and my buddy, we wanted to come.
I always feel like that's so awesome, but I always, like, for me personally, I would feel pressure. I'd be like, oh God, I hope that they enjoyed it. I hope it was everything they wanted.
I felt bad because like he followed me because of my waiter story video that went viral. And I didn't do that joke. Because I ran out of time. I was like looking at the clock and I was like, oh, I don't have time to fit this joke in. So I was
That's
like,
okay. I'm sure he still really enjoyed getting to see other jokes.
Yeah. He was like, you were great. I love your style and everything. I was like, that's true. Like that joke is just part of my style. So I was very honored. That was a cool moment for me.
That's a really that's a great feeling.
It is.
I mean, I've never experienced that. I've had people come see me, but not drive 2 hours. So yeah, I mean, congrats.
Thanks.
You got second place. You got a fan come out, and you didn't die in all that driving.
I know. Not even any close calls. Like, sometimes when you're on those drives, you're like, you fall asleep once or twice, and you're like, oh no. Like, but that one, no, never even close to falling asleep.
Yeah. Wow. I wouldn't be, I get nervous when you do it alone. When we're together, it's easier, but I mean, that sounds like a good run. So what do you have coming up? Anything fun coming up?
Nothing too big, depending on what happens, because you have something going on, but we did have a Nevada run booked. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have to find out about that. But yeah, just, small things. Nothing major. I can't do any more World Series of Comedy stuff this year, so we're just busy.
Yeah, not till the main event in Vegas.
Exactly.
Well, that's a thing coming up. What's up? September. We'll
be in Vegas all week.
We're on the road a lot sometimes. This week's in particular. Oh, shit. It's time to wake up.
Wake up. We are recording in the morning for a change.
Oh, yeah.
So,
because for exactly this reason, Drew and I have been on the road. Well, Drew was on the road last week, and then today I have to leave for LA. We've only had one night, technically.
And I got home at like 10:30.
We actually, so Drew left on
Wednesday.
What time did you leave on Wednesday?
Like 3 p.m.?
Right.
Yeah.
So Drew left at 3. I actually went to go work that day, so I was not here all day.
Yeah.
And so Drew left at 3. I literally said goodbye. Like, I came home, said goodbye. He got in the car and left. He was gone till Monday night. What time did you get home Monday night?
Like midnight?
Midnight.
Or no.
No. You got like home at like 11.
11, yeah.
Okay, so you get home at 11. We go to sleep. We wake up. What happened on Tuesday? Drew goes to work.
Yep. And then you had to go to San Francisco.
And then last night I drove to San Francisco for a show. And then today we're recording the podcast and I'm leaving for LA like right after this.
Yeah.
So what is it? What's the saying?
It's 2 ships passing in the night.
We're 2 ships passing in the night.
I don't know why it sounds romantic when you say it that way, but it's like, it means you don't even get to see each other. You just
kind of wave as we pass. So in our love section today, we're gonna just answer a quick listener question of like, do you remember who asked the question?
I don't remember on this one.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But yeah.
It does matter, but how do we keep in contact, like in our relationship alive when we're on the road and we're basically not going to see each other for 2 weeks? I'm not coming back till Saturday.
Yeah. It's insane.
Saturday night. And
Yeah.
then Sunday I'm going to a Lizzo concert. So I'm going to be busy drinking on Sunday.
I'm just going to see inebriated Aurora, and that's it.
I'm going to be like, can you come pick me up? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what do you think about, like, how do you feel about not seeing each other for 2 weeks, basically?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like there's good and bad to everything in life. On the positive side, sometimes it's like, oh, it's nice to see what I'm like as a human by myself. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, I keep my hotel room so tidy, and I'm like, this is me when I have no pressure. I'm still like kept my suitcase organized until the very last night. Like Salt Lake City, by the time I got there, I just like threw the suitcase on the floor and grabbed what I needed for the show. And I was like, I'll take care of everything tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like by the last day, but like in Arizona, so tidy. Like I looked like a serial killer. Like nothing out of place. Everything was like perfect. But it's like nice to see, you know, who are you on your own? But then on the downside, it's like, yeah, we don't get to hang out. Like, I don't really like talking on the phone. I feel like it's not the same communication. So, like, we talk, but I don't know. I miss you when I'm away.
Oh my God, ew.
Oh, ew. Yeah.
Well, what do you miss, though?
I miss, like
what is it about a person, like, having another person there?
Yeah, I think for me, it's like being able to just, like, cuddle with you, watch TV, hang out with Lucy. Like, it's just this experience, this like comfort that you find with a partner, and you're just like, okay, I can just breathe easy, and I know they got my back, and I know I'm safe and protected. So it's like when you're sitting in a hotel room on your own, you're like, man, like I wish she was here and I could just be like cuddling and just, you know.
Oh my God, that is so cute.
Yeah.
That is not what I was going to say.
Yeah, I was too sleepy to fight and say something cool. So, yeah.
How
mean, about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same. Like, it's not that I don't like talking on the phone, but I feel like, yeah, you're very awkward on the phone. No offense, but it's like difficult to, unless we have something to talk about. Like, there's something about a show or something crazy that happened that day. Yeah. It's like difficult to kind of hold that conversation. But I miss obviously all the like intimate stuff, but I also just miss the help. Yeah. You know, like it was hard last week being home and like working during the day I had to do this audition, self-tapes, and Lucy, and maintaining the house. It was just like a lot to do on my own. So it just made me really appreciate the help. And it's not like you're helping, right? It's just I'm picking up all of our duties as opposed to just doing what I can.
That's a better way of putting it. Yeah,
because it's not like Drew's helping me with chores or anything. It's just we both help it out. Right. Yeah.
See, yeah, I feel like both of us have subscribed to that like traditional norm, and I hate it. Like, because we're not helping. It's just, we each do certain things. And so when the other's missing, it's like, man, I do notice like all the...
It's difficult not having that extra set of hands.
Yeah.
And just having to like quickly adjust. But, it is nice to like have 2 weeks to kind of do my own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am way messier.
Really?
When you're not around.
I say that like I'm surprised. I was trying to be nice. I'm like, no, I come home and I'm like, oh yeah, like I can tell this was the rushed last minute because I'm coming home.
Because here's the difference I think I realized, especially this last week. Drew always leaves time to get things done. So like if he needs to go somewhere, he'll be like, okay, I need 15 minutes. And then he gets up at that 15 minutes before and he gets things done and leaves like in a normal manner. I wait to the very last second and then I wait 5 more seconds. And then I get up and I'm like, okay, warp speed, let's go. And I just like tornado through the house and then get out the door. And no matter if I was sitting there for an hour. Yeah. It's always like that.
And I'm like, I always say like you're creating this unnecessary stress.
Absolutely.
Like, for me, I'm like, I'm going to wake up and maybe have some extra time, but there's going to be zero stress to start my day, hopefully. And you're just like, I need the stress. It's like coffee. It's like coffee straight into my veins.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, that's why I feel like I'm so messy, because I'm like, okay, just eat. Put the plate there. You'll get it later. And then at the end of the day, I come home and I like pick up.
Yeah.
But throughout the day, it's a tornado. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I've noticed, and it's fine. Like,
but it's fine. I mean, it's just, I realize it's the way that I am. And it's kind of fun, like you said, to see who you are without another person.
And also, like, not to say anything bad, because I know usually it's like, oh, find the partner that you can sing at the top of your lungs in the car with. But it's like, we listen to different music.
Yes, we do.
And like, yeah, I feel a little self-conscious when I sing, because like, I'm trying to hit those high notes that I should not
but
be.
I want you to sing.
I think it hurts people's ears, me trying. But
Maybe
like,
people's ears, but not my ears.
okay, good. And then, yeah, but the problem is, yeah, like musicals, and like I unironically listen to Friday by Rebecca Black. Like,
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Thursday. Yeah, thank you, Rebecca.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's some music that'll be overlap.
Yeah, some.
But yeah, it's just, I think, so what do we do though? So those are the things we miss and whatever and enjoy. But I think what we do is we just keep it light. We kind of talked about it yesterday a little bit, but I think that we keep it light. And we just make sure that if I'm in a bad mood and we're talking on the phone, I always just go, okay, I have to go.
Yeah.
Because it's like nothing productive will ever be discussed over a phone call, I feel like.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, I have to go.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Right though, don't you think it's like, and I feel like
it's like, it's not the environment to have like an actual argument, because it's like, then you can't see that the person means well, and you can't hug or like show that intimacy if you're like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, be upset.
And our text messages definitely stay light.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to get misconstrued messages.
Yeah.
Like, you read it in the wrong tone or something.
I mean, I've tried to text you serious things, and you're like, call me. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sometimes it's easier to be able to see it and edit it and, like, figure out what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just have to read the room, I guess, and, like, figure out what we can text about and what we can have a phone call about. But, yeah, just keep it light. We keep it light.
Keep it light.
Yeah, keep it just, how's it going? How are you feeling? Do you need anything that I can help with right now? If not, then that's it. Like, let's just keep it light, and I can't wait for you to come home.
For sure. Yeah. So one of our other, it wasn't even a listener question. It was just like something that we've heard so often. So a frequently asked question.
I've actually heard a lot of comedians ask this question on social media to other comedians.
Yeah. So when you're on the road, how do you eat? What do you eat? Like, do you just die?
Like, on the road to means like flying and road trips.
Yeah, being out of town.
Like, Drew just did a road trip. I'm driving down to LA. But we've got, I just had to fly to Buffalo and back.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just flew across the country. What do you eat? So my favorite road trip stuff, I hate stopping on road trips. And the reason why is I fucking hate driving. I hate it.
She does.
I hate it. I do it. I drive everywhere. I hate it so much. So my goal when I'm doing a road trip is to not stop as much as possible. One time, I actually made it from Sacramento to LA without stopping.
Yeah.
I made it literally from my home to my best friend's home in LA. Did not stop for gas. I don't know how my car made it. First off, I don't know how that happens. But I had 30 miles left on my tank when I got to her house. Yeah,
this episode brought to you by Subaru. How did it do it?
How did it do it? A Subaru Forester. I don't know how you did it, but it did it. So I got down to LA in one swoop. That's the way I like to roll. Yeah. Literally, pun intended.
Yeah.
So anyways, when I'm on the road, I like to pack as many snacks and things as I can. And I basically dehydrate myself.
Yep.
I pack peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, fruit, like things I can easily grab, right? Blueberries, any kind of berries. What else do I bring? Pickles, like things I can just pick up and eat. Pickles like that, chips, hummus. I usually have like a little cooler. I'll bring a couple Celsius or Bang energy drinks, some waters. and I try not to consume them until I'm at least 2 hours out.
Yeah. You're like a little snack goblin.
I'm a little snack goblin. But I really don't get that hungry on road trips as much as usual because, one, I'm sitting the whole time. So I'm not really exerting a lot of energy that way. And two, if you're not really drinking a lot of water, it's really difficult to get hungry.
It is, yeah.
So usually that's like enough snacks for me in like a 6 to 7 hour road trip.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you? That's for road trips.
Yeah. So for me, I am like the ultimate, like, I try to stay a little more hydrated. And so I have to pee every 2 hours. So for me, it's like, oh, I love gas station snacks. And like, especially when I'm traveling, I love Flying J because they have Cinnabon inside.
Whoa. We are not sponsored by any of these people.
No. But they deserve a good call out. You know, if you've been on the road in the middle of nowhere, it is a truck stop. And they have Cinnabon inside. And you open the door and you're hit with the Cinnabon smell. I even, like, when I was leaving Salt Lake City, I was so tired. I could not get out of bed. I was just like, oh, I have to go. I was like, all right, I'll just stop at a Flying J. It'll have a Cinnabon. I'm so excited. And I get out of the car and they had like a construction site set up. They're like, please pardon our mess while we upgrade. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I walk in and where the Cinnabon should have been is where they were doing construction. And I'm like, they're building the Cinnabon. I'm like, oh no, like how much longer before it's built? Like
how much longer? 5 minutes?
A lot of guys.
What do you guys need?
There were a lot of guys working very hard. I was like, I will wait.
Drew's about to help out. I can put on a construction hat.
Like, you don't even need to put up the sign that says Cinnabon. We'll know. Just they were installing like the vent system and everything to like whatever.
So you're a snacks guy.
I'm a snacks guy.
You're a snacks guy. The reason why I don't like that is I don't like to spend money.
For me, it's like, I think it's because in my childhood, we didn't get to spend money. So it's like the same thing. Like when I'm at an airport, I love to buy food there. Like it just makes me feel like, oh, I'm doing okay.
Well, that's different. We're talking road trip, right?
I know,
so
but
like
road trip, it's the same thing for me. Like when I was a kid, we didn't stop to get snacks at the gas station. It was like my mom packed everything. And it was like, this is the food I've been eating at home. I don't want home food on the road. I want road food.
That's so interesting because a lot of people... like then they get older and they're like, oh, this costs money and now I get it. Like
nope.
that's what happened to me. But also oh God, I'm gonna say it.
Yep, say it. I know what you're about to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please forgive her for what she's about to say.
I'm so sorry, but I eat vegan. I know, it's so scary. It's so bad. I know, I'm vegan. I've been vegan since November 2021. But I thought that was going to create more of an obstacle on the road, and it really hasn't, to be honest. The only time it ever did was I was showcasing for APCA at a resort, and I was starving. Yeah. But luckily, Marissa Cohen, who I was just on her podcast.
Nice.
She's a speaker about she like speaks out against domestic abuse and assault and all that. She's fantastic, but she saved me and took me to Chipotle. I was like, thank you.
Good.
But yeah, on the road, being vegan hasn't really been an issue because there's a lot of fast food places that have vegan options and. I pack food. Yeah. I don't like to spend money. So that's why I'm not doing the road snacks. But for the airport, what do you do for the airport?
I mean, I'll usually bring like a water bottle to fill.
Pause. Okay, start
also,
again.
we gotta be...
Start again. Yeah.
For the airport... I usually bring a water bottle so I can fill up water and not pay for water because it exists in the world just openly. But I don't know. I'll usually get like one little snack at the airport. I sometimes will stop and eat, but I don't like to fully eat. I just like to get one little snack, like a little sandwich or a little like Ritz peanut butter things, like something, just a little snack and like an iced tea or a soda, depending on how my stomach's feeling.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, yeah, that's pretty simple, standard.
What about you?
I also pause. I did not start the timer on my watch, so I don't know where we're at. Oh, 17. Okay. Yep. So I at the airport, I'm basically in survival mode. I also bring a water bottle that I can refill. And then because water is expensive AF. And then I always get a coffee. Well, if it's in the morning, I always get a coffee. And then I really just try and get anything I can when I can, because airport vegan options are limited.
Yeah.
But my go-to, if you are a vegan traveling through the airport, go-to, super simple, and you know what's always going to be there, is the Impossible Breakfast Sandwich from Starbucks. And you just get it with no cheese and no egg. And then you ask for avocado spread and sriracha. You just put that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you just put that together. If there are any vegans traveling through the airport listening to this, that is like my go-to, guaranteed. You're going to find it. Otherwise, sometimes they have kiosks that have like burrito bowls and stuff. So a lot of Mexican food in the airports actually usually have like tofu bowls or tofu burritos.
Yep.
So those are always options too.
Yeah.
Those are my go-to for the airport.
Nice.
Otherwise, I just starve.
Yeah. There's a lot of starvation in flying.
I eat chips.
Yeah. I think also what I forgot, I sort of pack like it's a hike. Like I bring so many
yeah.
Cliff bars
Me
and
too.
protein bars, like, and I'll just have them in my backpack. So on mid-flight, I'm like, I'm kind of hungry.
My flight disaster that I think I have talked about on this podcast, I luckily had snacks where I was stuck on a plane for 9 hours, but I thought the flight was going to be 2.5 hours. Yeah, luckily I had snacks because we were all sitting on that plane like dying.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for your questions. Like I said at the start, keep sending those questions. We want to answer them and let you know what it's like to be stand-up comedians making it in this world, you know, hitting the road and getting these auditions, being on cruises.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
So please keep sending these questions. We'll answer them. It's been fun. I like our conversation. It was interesting to hear how you think of the road.
Yeah, I like answering listeners' questions, and I think it gives good insight. But we release episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow, subscribe, like, thumbs up, leave a comment, smash any buttons that would interact with our podcast, and smash them, abuse them, hit them, kick them. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Love and Comedy Podcast. We stream everywhere podcasts are available, pretty much. And I am one of your hosts. I'm one of your hosts, Aurora Singh. Follow me on social media, Aurora Singh Comedy.
And I'm your other host, Drew Schaefer. And I'm at Drew Schaefer Comedy. And that's been our episode. So
that's it.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Love you.